guided by sociological knowledge is guided by what? It is guided by concepts, methods, data. That means we acquire this knowledge by using the datas, by the methods, by the concepts. Okay, so sociological thinking is based on, so when we have this kind of knowledge, it means that we are also provided with the critical analysis. So sociological thinking is based on why I hold a specific view about a particular social issue. So you are asking yourself that why you hold a particular view. That means that your view should be substantiated by certain uh, parameters which are which are a source of validated knowledge. So it is based on, and also again when we are using the methods, data, concepts in it, it is based on scientific investigation. Scientific investigation क्या होता है? Wherever we are using the proper methods, the data, the concepts in order to acquire the knowledge, whereas commonsensical knowledge is not based on scientific investigation. Now, by using methods, by using data, okay, we come out with meaningful and unsuspected connections can be reached only by sifting through masses of connection. So we explore different masses and we come to the conclusion by exploring the different connections by means of scientific investigation. Okay, so this is the difference between the sociological and commonsensical knowledge. Hope you understood. Going next slide. Now, intellectual ideas that went into the making of sociology. Now, there were some intellectual ideas which went into the making of sociology. That means every discipline has some intellectual ideas which nurtured that discipline. Okay? In case of sociology, we do have these intellectual ideas which have nurtured the foundation of this sociology or the content of the sociology. So, what we see, what kind of intellectual ideas were there? So, what we observe in case of sociology, these intellectual ideas were influenced by scientific theories of natural evolution and findings about pre-modern societies made by early travelers and colonial administrators. So what does that mean? It means that firstly the people who wants to study the society were influenced by the scientific theories of natural evolution. So they were interested in how the evolution has taken place, and also they were influenced by the thoughts of the travelers, by the colonial administrators who witnessed different kind of societies, uh, which included pre-modern societies. So they were influenced by the two things. हम देखते हैं scientific theories of natural evolution and also by the findings about the pre-modern societies. Okay, so these sociologists and anthropologists categorized societies into types and also discussed stages of development of societies. So based on this, influenced by this, they categorize the societies into types. Okay, based on the natural evolution, they have provided the stages of development of societies. That means they provided us how the societies do have different stages of development. Like in the natural evolution, what we see, organism has the stages of development. The same way here we see that people were influenced by the natural evolution and they have provided us the stages of development of societies based on the natural theory of natural evolution. Okay, now who were these people? So many sociologists like Auguste Comte, Karl Marx, Herbert Spencer contributed in the subject matter by throwing light on various types of societies and their respective stages of development, each society progressing from less developed to more developed stage. So these were the people who have provided or thrown light on the types of the society and also provided their stages of development. And each stage provided us a progressing stage. Every stage was a progressing stage. So here we come with this. August provided us three stages of societies: theological, metaphysical, and positivist. Theological stage is that stage where the orthodoxy, conservatism, religion, church was holding the views of the people. Metaphysical, where people were kind of little liberated from the influence of the church. Positivist is where people are governed by reason. So again, these every stage mark the development or more developed stage. Okay, like Karl Marx given us primitive, ancient, feudal, capitalistic, socialistic, and communist societies. So every stage, as I said, is more developed than the earlier one. So he divided these stages on the basis of mode of production. Okay, what was the mode of production in primitive society? It was community owned. Okay, ancient. Okay, feudal may we see agriculturalist, capitalistic, where the mode of production is factory, and the socialistic, again the community owned. Every stage marked the developed stage. Now, Herbert Spencer also provided us the stages of development of societies, militant to industrial society. Militant is that where we see that the people were collective consent was there, whereas industrial society, where we see that individuality becomes important. So now these intellectuals, what they did, they made the efforts to classify different types of society on that basis. So ultimately these societies were divided on the basis of what? Types of pre-modern societies such as hunter-gatherers, pastoral and agrarian non-industrial civilizations. And second types of modern societies such as industrialized societies. So based on these two, these were the kinds of society. So now again they were influenced by natural evolution. Darwin's idea of evolution also dominant influence over a sociological thought. Society was often compared with living organism, and efforts were made to trace its growth through those comparable to living organism. Now Darwin's idea of evolution, it influenced the sociological thought, and these sociologists started comparing society with that of an organism. Like organism has different parts which contribute to the function of the organism as a whole. So society is also composed of different parts like education structure, political structure, economics, and all of these parts are contributing in the maintenance and growth of society. So this way of looking at a system of parts, each part playing a given function influence the study of social institutions like family or the school. Also, intellectual studies were influenced by Enlightenment in Europe in 17th and 18th century, which emphasized reason and individualism. There was also great advancement of scientific knowledge, growing conviction. Now, this reason and individualism, enlightenment gave us reason and individual, and also a scientific knowledge investigation becomes important. So, this made sociologists to thought that the methods of the natural sciences could be used in social sciences. So the thinkers like August Comte, the father of sociology, were of the thought that sociology would contribute to welfare of the humanity. So here we discuss in this slide the commonsensical knowledge and the intellectual ideas that went into the making of sociology. Thank you.